the answer is no. Okay, when I first saw this question, I was like, wow. Hey guys, I'm Kit. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Q&A, and I'm really excited about this video because I've been wanting to do this for a long time now. So let's just get into the video. Okay, so I have all the questions on my phone, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So let's get into the first question, which is, how old am I? I am 14 years old and my birthday is on August 6th. Next is, what inspired you to make the New Beginnings blanket? So I wanted to make the New Beginnings blanket because there was a lady that I was following and she had been making temperature blankets, which, if you don't know what that is a crochet blanket that you, based on the temperature, you add one row. So if it's cold, maybe you chose a like a blue color, and then the next day if it's hot, then you use a warm color like red, and you do that every single day of the year, and then you have 365 rows, and it will be a nice beautiful blanket. But I didn't want to do that because I knew that I would get overwhelmed and it would just be so much, because I miss one day and then I'll miss another day and it would just not go well for me. But at the same time, I wanted to do something, so I decided, why don't I just pick a sugar wheel, which are these, they're already pre-dyed, and then I just make a square and choose that off of the season. So if it's cold outside, I'll choose a cooler color like blue for February because it's cooler in February, and if it's hot like in August, I choose warmer colors. So yeah, that's how I did it. And yeah, next is, how did I pick the colors for the blanket, which is pretty much what I just said. I just went off of the temperature and the season of that month. So February is cold and February is in winter, so I choose cooler colors for that month. Next is, when did I start making videos and why do I like making videos? I started making videos about 4 or 5 years ago with this cheap editing software on my iPad. It was free and I just made videos on there and did some really bad editing, but my sister and I made like little movies and all that, and yeah, it was just so fun and I always loved taking the time to do that, and I learned editing myself through using that software. But yeah, that's how I got into editing and that's how I got into making videos. And the reason why I love making videos is because it helps me make a story. I love telling stories. I like to write a lot, so that also is a reason why, because I can tell stories with videos and I think it's so fun. And I also like the editing process because that's where you can like tell even more of a story. Next is, what camera do I use? So I use the Sony ZV-1F. I got this camera for my birthday and I love it so much. It's a great camera. And yeah. Next is, how do you plan your videos? So I've been doing storyboarding lately. If you don't know what storyboarding is, it's basically where you draw out your video. But I've been doing that and it's been really helpful because I'm able to see the video right in front of me almost. I can see how it's going to flow before I actually start filming. So I've been doing that, and I also use ChatGPT to generate ideas. I actually haven't used an idea from ChatGPT, but I do it sometimes so I can get ideas and get my mind flowing of more ideas, or I take pieces and make a video from what it suggested. And I also look at my favorite YouTubers or what's popular and also spin it into my own thing. Next is, what do I like to do outside of crocheting? I actually haven't crocheted a lot in months. I haven't crocheted anything really except for some stuff for a craft fair, but even that was months ago. And also my blanket, after I finished my blanket, I haven't crocheted, which has been weeks, so I haven't really been crocheting except for my squares. But outside of that, I love Legos. I love plants a lot, and I love making videos. So those are things that I love. I also love photography. I have a lot of hobbies, so I won't go through all of them, but yeah, I definitely love photography, plants, and Legos. Those are like my top 3. What editing software do you use? I use Final Cut Pro. I also got this for my birthday, and I love this software. It's going great for me, and yeah, it's an amazing software. So if you are a new YouTuber, use that. Before I used Final Cut Pro, I used a software called VN, and that one is great. I still used it for my New Beginnings blanket because I didn't get Final Cut Pro until almost over halfway through the year, so I just finished all the videos off on there because it has the captions for me. But now all of my shorts that you've been seeing are edited on Final Cut Pro, so I'm not going to be using VN for any more videos that I can think of. If I decide to use it, I will, but I don't think I will be using that. Next up is, do you play any sports? Yes, I do. I do Taekwondo, and I did say in the last video, I think it was 2 videos ago? Yeah, it was like 2 videos ago. I said I call it karate, but it is Taekwondo. The reason why I call it karate is because I just thought it always was, because I always thought, you know, if you have the belt in the uniform, it's karate. But even outside of that, my teacher says I can call it karate, and it's a mix of so many things. I do so many things. I do Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Krav Maga. All those things are mixed into what I'm learning, so I just call it karate. It's the easiest thing to say, but I officially do Taekwondo. We just all say, my family and I just say karate because it's easier to say, and that's what we're used to saying. Next up is, are you going to do another crochet project for 2025? I have been thinking this through for a long time now, and the answer is no. The reason why is because I said in my first video that 2024 was going to be a big year for me, and it was. I started high school. I got to see things that I've never seen before, like the Olympics. Like, I actually got to remember the Olympics. All the other times I was too little to remember or understand it properly. Big things have happened this year, and I said I wanted to document it, but I don't think I'm going to do that again. The New Beginnings blanket was really fun for me, but I don't think I want to have that series again or any other series. I also haven't been able to think of anything else to do, but I'm not going to quit crocheting. I still love crochet. I haven't crocheted in a while, but I still love it, and if I ever make something else, you'll definitely see it, but I don't think I'm going to do a series. I do have a little series called Random Projects, and that does really well, but I haven't made any random projects to put in that series, so until then, no big project for 2025. But yeah, that is the plan. It's December 23rd when I'm filming this, so unless something changes in like 5 days or something, I'm not going to be making another series crochet related next year. Now, the next question is, how long have you been crocheting, and what is your favorite thing to make? I've been crocheting for about 3 or 4 years, I believe. And I started because of my best friend. She started crocheting, and then I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool, let me try it out. And I started crocheting, and we both have been crocheting for 3 or 4 years now. And yeah, my favorite thing to crochet is, I don't know what my favorite thing to crochet, I don't know, maybe bandanas. I used to really love making bandanas, but I haven't made those in a while. Oh, granny squares. I love making granny squares. You can probably tell from my blanket. I love making granny squares. I think they're super pretty and they're super easy, and they can just keep going, and I can do it so passively. I can watch something, I can talk to people, I can just do that without even having to think about it. So yes, granny squares are my favorite thing to crochet. And finally, the last question is, where do you hope to see your channel in 5 years, and how long do you plan on doing content creating? Okay, when I first saw this question, I was like, wow, that's a lot. I can't believe somebody asked me that, but I'm glad that they did. Now, in 5 years, I hope to have a YouTube plaque. And how long do I plan on doing content creating? As long as possible. I want to do like when I get into college, I want to do college vlogs and all that kind of stuff. But outside of that, like even later on when I get a job and all that stuff, I still want to have a channel because I think it would just be cool to share. And I want to do video creating, I want to do all that stuff, so I can just do even more of that on my own time, because when I'm editing for somebody else, I have to edit for them, their style, what they want me to do. But if I have my channel, I can still edit for me. But yeah, I definitely want to keep this as long as possible. And yeah, I think that was a great question. I think that's a great way to end it off. And yeah, that is the whole Q&A. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was just random. I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna film the Q&A today, and I did it, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this video because I want it to be posted tomorrow, and this is going to be the last long form video of 2024. I might do some shorts, but I'm not completely sure. But this will be the last big long video of this year, so I hope you guys enjoyed. A bunch of amazing things are going to happen next year, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.